Hey y'all, and welcome. Today I'm going to give you 10 ways to lower your grocery bill without couponing. I'm going to go through these rapid fire pretty quick. A lot of these don't need any explaining. Some of the ones that do, I'll go into more detail. The first tip is to meal plan. Make sure you plan for breakfast, lunches, and snacks, not just your dinners. Planning ahead will help keep you from buying anything extra you really don't need from the store. My next tip is to inventory your freezer, your refrigerator, and your pantry. That way when you're ready to make your grocery list or when you're at the store, you don't accidentally buy anything that you already have. My next tip is to stick to your list. I know it's really hard when we get in the store and we see things that look tempting, but really sticking to your list and to your meal plan is going to help you in the long run. My fourth tip is to learn to say no. I think we could all do a better job of being content with the food that we have. This would be a really great way to practice going against instant gratification. Number 5, what I like to do is take any little bit of money I have either at the end of that week or at the end of the month and create a very small stockpile. I'm not talking about Armageddon prepping, although if you want to do it, I say go for it as long as you can afford it. Number 6, this is a big one in the Cadobius house. Freezer cook. Now that can mean you cook ahead and you freeze those items so you can pull them out and reheat them, or you put meat and sauces and marinades and vegetables together in a bag, throw it in the freezer, and then cook it later. This is really going to help you avoid eating out. Number 7, utilize your grocery pickup. Anything that keeps me out of the grocery store so that I'm not tempted by what I see automatically helps me keep my grocery budget down. Number 8, utilize apps like Fetch and Ibotta. I'm going to link my usernames down in the description box if you'd like to find out more about that. I'm going to create another short video very soon explaining what those are for. These are the kind of apps that every now and then you can earn some money back on what you're already buying. Number 9, this was a very hard one for me to implement and to learn the hard way. You don't need to chase every sale. Just because you get a flyer in the mail and it's letting you know that beef is on sale or grapes are on sale, first of all, it doesn't always mean that's the cheapest you can find. And secondly, I live in a big city. Running around all over town trying to get every sale makes me pay more money in gas, and I'm not saving that much money in my food. Number 10, I highly recommend 1 or 2 nights a week you go meatless. This is a really great time to utilize foods like rice, beans, pasta, eggs, and quinoa. You can add in sauces, cheeses, lots of really great spices. Make sure you add in a good source of protein. Here are some bonus tips for you. Make sure you research the stores around you. Walmart is not always the cheapest, neither is Aldi. You want to make sure you're getting your food where it's the cheapest. Here's another bonus tip. Items like cheese are actually processed at the same plant when it comes to the store brand versus the name brand. The cheese comes down the conveyor belt and it gets split into directions depending on what label is being put on it. You might do well to research some of your high cost products, see which ones are processed like that, and then stick with the store brand. Now that being said, there are some products that we can all agree you need to buy the name brand. And if you know what I'm talking about, raise your hand if it's the toilet paper. I will eat beans and rice every day for the rest of my life to have the name brand toilet paper. Don't skimp on the toilet paper. But make sure you research that you're not just buying name brand because that's what you're used to. Make sure it's actually worth it. My last tip is to limit the variety in your breakfast, your lunches, and your snacks. Put more variety in your dinners. If we're all working with a very limited amount of money, my family has enjoyed it more when we spend more of that money on our dinners, and you can even heat those up for leftovers for lunches the next day, but we really limit how much variety we have in our breakfast, lunches, and snacks. I really hope these tips were helpful. Comment below if you have any questions, and I hope you have a great day.